Today on Cityline, it's home day. Don't ignore your master bedroom. We have ideas to make it the favorite room in the house.
That's how I sleep, just like that.
She's always glam.
No space? No problem. Our experts have unique ideas to maximize every inch. Suggestions for a bathroom that's not just beautiful, it's super low maintenance. Plus, an inspiring bright and airy living room. And exterior ideas for fixing up a typical bungalow.
You know what? Bungalows are adorable. There's so many of them in the city, and there's a couple different ways we can treat them.
Right now on Cityline.
So much fun on today's show today, mostly because we have a fabulous looking audience. Yes, you are. Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, you can clap for yourselves. Why not? And we are going to be talking about ideas for the people that are putting their master bedroom at the end of the list. I am that person. I have not done anything with my master bedroom, and Jackie Glass has taken matters into her own hands. Give her a big round of applause. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I had to.
This is what so many people do, though. You sort of get all of those rooms that people are going to be looking at,
Yes.
like the kitchen and the living room and the kids' bedrooms. I want them to be comfortable. But when it comes to our space...
You close the door.
Yeah, we close the door. We're living in the
it.
slums. So we're on the third floor of the house, and you and Karen Seeley, who we're going to be seeing later in the show, decided, no, we're taking action on this.
We decided to collaborate and say, okay, what would we do if we were designing a bedroom for Tracy and her family and husband?
Yeah.
So we always start with the mattress because, you know, hotels change their beds every 3 to 5 years, which is why people come back from holiday and they feel so rested. Generally, you and I don't change our mattresses for 10, 20 years. So comfort is number one.
Yeah.
So Sleep Country has this beautiful mattress here, and I want you just to lift up the corner because it has something called Silent Partner.
Okay.
So it has almost a motion-controlled effect. So you get up in the morning very early, earlier than your husband, so you don't want to be bothering him, so he will not notice that you've left the bed.
He doesn't notice now. But this is even better because when people have, you know, the nighttime trips to the washroom and all of that stuff, you're not going to be constantly, you know, disrupted.
Exactly.
That is great. So the way it works is that if someone's moving over there, I'm not feeling it over here.
You got it.
Love
so there's lots of wonderful qualities about this bed. Also the headboard. Headboards are part of the whole look of it.
Yes.
This particular headboard, again from Sleep Country, comes about 20 different styles and patterns. So I mean that's pretty amazing.
That is lovely.
Then you sweep over to the sheets. Now sheeting like this are made out of bamboo, and they're actually behind, and they're a beautiful white. So bamboo is sustainable. Feels like silk, and it also wicks the moisture. So if you get warm, you're not going to sweat and feel uncomfortable against your sheets. So those are really important qualities. And of course, then sheeting, again, it just feels so nice against your skin. And pillows, again, 20 different types, so you can customize the sleep that you need for your pillow, which is going to affect your neck and shoulders and all of that.
All these things are so important. That's why I like when you go to a hotel, you have the choice often between the hard pillow and the smooshy pillow.
Exactly.
Like you can pick what your neck likes.
Exactly.
So we've got the amazing mattress, the sheets, the headboard you mentioned.
The pillows.
It's incredible that you've got that pocket coil so you're not disturbing your partner, the bamboo sheets, your body temperature regulating duvet, which is very nice if you get the sweats. Microgel pillows, really comfy. So all of the stuff that I just mentioned that you showed us retails for $3,900 at Sleep Country Canada. I feel like someone in our audience should actually take that home. Do you feel like that? I think you should. I did say they were cute. Why not? Okay, let me get the names. Let's get a drum roll going. Drum roll, please.
Right.
Who is going to win just under $4,000?
It's amazing.
Alex Mount Stephen, you have won $3,900 worth of goodies from Sleep Country Canada. Alex, stand up. Is that you? Yay!
Fantastic.
Have a good sleep tonight, my friend. It's gonna be awesome. So good. Nice prize to walk away with.
So moving along then, let's
Yes.
look at the bed itself. So when I was thinking about what you wanted, I wanted it to be glammy and sexy and beautiful, but practical, because I'm sure your little ones jump in the bed with you.
Totally.
And you also have a male side of the component. So you wanted to make sure it wasn't too ultra feminine, but still had those touches. So
yeah,
use lots of velvets. Beautiful patterns, like a paisley, which isn't too florally.
Yeah.
The velvets are really elegant. You've also got the blues, the mink colors, mixed with some creams and some blacks and some grays. So I've really covered it all. And this is from Pottery Barn. So it's
it's beautiful.
Really
it's not
beautiful.
too feminine, not too masculine.
Not
it's a
at
perfect
all.
mix.
I also decided, instead of doing a bench at the end of the bed, I decided that I would use a sofa table. And this is a great area for you with a little chair, because it's a little bit smaller than a desk.
Yes.
So you can use that. You can sit here. You can maybe be on your iPad. You can be streaming movies or something. You're not in the bed.
Right.
Save the bed for sleeping.
That's what my mom always says. The bed is for sleeping,
Yeah.
not for sitting. None of these other things.
Exactly. So this
none of these other things. Thanks, Mom.
Now, this is from IKEA, and they also have something really cool, which I know you're going to love. As a busy woman who always does lots of Instagram and social media, this is a little pad that you can put your charger on. It will charge up to 3 devices.
Look at this.
And it will charge. It's amazing. There's
so
one.
you just throw your phone right on top of it. You don't plug it into anything.
Exactly.
This is plugged in.
Yes.
And that's it.
They also have, it's brand new on the market from IKEA, and they also have one in a little lamp, a table lamp that has it set and built into the base of the lamp, which is really cool.
Look at that. So it's right beside your bed.
Love it.
That's great. For me, I've got the alarm clock and the lamp plugged into the outlet, and then I have no more space, so I can't even plug in a plug. That's perfect.
You got it.
That is amazing. We are actually going to draw for a $250 gift card for IKEA after the show. So you can get those. Those are awesome. Where's the table from? Do you remember?
Table is from IKEA.
I love that.
It's a really pretty piece.
I might just steal that completely. I'll steal that idea. I love that table at the end of the bed.
Exactly, because you put lots of surfaces, so you can stack books, and you can put a lot of that stuff here and keep it out of the way, and it keeps you separate to the bed.
Yes.
And then with Crate and Barrel, I went out and I just got lots of miscellaneous pillows and some pretty little vases and things. And you can see just adding a little punch of color on a chair, you know, just beside your bed, whether it's a vase, smaller vases, little groupings and multiples of pieces like that. Add that little color and punch and make the room uniquely yours.
And this means that someone needs to serve me breakfast in bed,
Absolutely.
Right?
That's just
why
a little
that was
hint.
included.
It was a little hint.
Well, big thank you to Crate and Barrel. Someone in our audience will win a $250 gift card after the show. Oh, the goodies. The goodies that come along with this. So this is good. I will take this under advisement.
Excellent.
I love the color scheme. I think Leo would go along with it. Now we're going to have Karen Seeley come up a little bit later, and she's going to show us her version of what she thought would be the perfect master bedroom space for us. But before we get there, we want to show you a small powder room. This was designed by Yanic.
If you fall in love with some finishes that might be a little too expensive to use in a bigger room, I know most of my clients do, I always try to use them in a powder room because it's so small. For example, our client fell in love with this onyx and marble diamond pattern tile, and because this powder room is tiny, it was the perfect space to splurge on this finish, and it works really well.
Small spaces are interesting because you have to get very creative. Please welcome Yanic Simard and Karen Seeley joining us live now. Hi, guys. So in that space, what was awesome about it was the floor. So it's you spent some money on the floor. The client spent some money on the floor, and you could do that because it was a small space, right? Can you think of, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, can you think of other ideas for the other designers about small spaces that you've had splurges for, or just little splurges?
I love to splurge on art. Because one of the great things about it is, first of all, if you move, you take it with you.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I do is I'm always constantly rearranging the furniture in my house and the art. And it's amazing. You can take a piece of art from one room and put it in another room, and all of a sudden somebody's like, oh, I love that piece of art. Is that new?
Yeah.
So it's a great splurge.
That's true, actually, and they say you should do that with your art. I'm so committed to the art being on the walls that they're at right now. I can't imagine moving them around, but I should.
It's fun.
Just switch it up a little bit.
Always. Or reframe them, too. That can refresh a piece of art immediately.
Okay.
But another splurge that I love is I like to focus on the sink, particularly in a powder room, because that's really what you're looking looking at.
Yeah.
So I always consider looking at something like a wall-mounted sink in a marble, something I wouldn't typically do. There's beautiful porcelains, and they're well priced in comparison to a real marble or stone. And something like that just makes it a really dramatic room to walk into because you're really focused on the sink when you're in the washroom.
Absolutely. Yeah, you are. There's nothing else to look at.
Yeah.
And ideally, when you're doing your layout for your washrooms, any washroom, ideally, if the door swings open, you want to see the prettiest part of that washroom. So ideally, the vanity, the sink, the faucets, the art, and if you can, hide the toilet. I know it's not always possible, but if you can.
You do try.
We do
For
try,
sure.
yeah.
Well, sometimes when you replace furniture or appliances, your whole floor plan is thrown off. See how Karen solved the problem when her clients bought a new washer and dryer.
This overall laundry room, mudroom wasn't working. The old washer and dryer used to be right here. The new washer and dryer are much deeper, so there would have been door conflict. So instead, we did a beautiful little mudroom with a bench, a doggy station, even with bowls for food and water, a beautiful closet that has dog food and an area for coats. We then converted our 3-piece bathroom into a 2-piece powder room. And the area where the tub used to be, I stole that to make a bigger laundry closet. Everything you could need is contained right here. We have bars for hanging, we have a drying rack that folds out, and here's a tip. If you're putting in a washing machine, it's not a bad idea to put in a curb and a drain underneath. This way, you can contain any water.
I like it. Okay, why did you put the little foot at the bottom? Why did you leave that little space?
The little curb?
Yeah, little curb.
Well, if you're going to have a flood, it's always nice to contain it, particularly if you're on upper levels. A lot of people are putting laundry in bedroom levels or main floor, and you can imagine if you finished your whole house and you had a little bit of a flood.
Yes, it's a problem.
It just contains it.
Which is very popular now to do laundry on the second floor,
Yeah.
well, the upper level of your
That's
house.
true.
It's very convenient. That's where you have all your clothes, all your sheets, so you don't have to go down to the basement. So yeah, we got to contain the water. If not, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So smart though to have that little space where you put the laundry pair in there. So we're going to talk about the genius ways that you guys have all stolen a little bit of extra space for your clients. This one's Yanic's washer dryer pair, probably for a client.
Yes.
Take a look at the picture. So what is that? A little closet?
It was a closet right beside the master bedroom on an upper level house.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to be realistic also. That was a brand new build. So we were able to modify the plan with the builder that was building the house and request a change because that involves like a drain because you want to contain the water. If a flood happens, you want the water to be able to evacuate. So these are a little more costly ideas. So, but if you want to do this on the main floor, it's a little more approachable because then you can go through the basement for the new plumbing and the new drain. If your basement is unfinished, it's even better. So there's always, you know, you always have to calculate the expense. But these are great ideas. Like
Really good ideas. I just don't understand why they're watching Mary Tyler Moore. Why aren't they watching City Line?
That was my
City
idea.
Line on the TV. Is that your idea? I love Mary Tyler Moore. It is good. Okay, let's take a look at this picture. This is Karen's now. It's a kitchen. So tell us where you've stolen some space in this one.
So this is a very tiny little Toronto home, and if you look to the right hand side,
tiny.
it is. And I know we took it all the walls, made it open concepts, and sometimes when you can see through all the way to the back of a home, that really tricks the eye, thinking it's a bigger space than it is. But if you look opposite, so we have the fridge tucked in under the stairs. We moved part of the wall there to tuck in the fridge, and it's a very large fridge. And then there were stairs and a side door going down. So we actually put the stairs are hidden in the island. So you come in the side door, and there's that big island. So we look. What you don't see is that most of that island, like a lot of it's not usable. There's only actually 24 inches of usable space on the fridge side. The rest we're hiding the stairs below.
That's so cool.
To give you a big, huge counter space and a big area, and then it hides those ugly stairs.
That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, I love that idea.
We need a designer.
That's the whole point of you people. That's why we hire you. I love it. Okay, let's take a look at this laundry room now. Karen, this is also another one. I don't know if this laundry room is it underneath stairs?
It's, again, a side door coming down some stairs, open concept. And if you're going to have a beautiful open concept laundry room, make sure it's tidy, that you're that kind of person.
Yeah.
And these are actually baskets that pull out from under the stairs. And they have, you know, extra towels and laundry supplies and everything. So it's right there, but nice and pretty.
That's so smart. I love it. Okay, now we have some floor plans. Jackie, these are yours. So what are these showing us?
Okay, so what we did is it was just a little side entrance. Thank you. And it was nothing, but they really wanted to make it a little bit more of a mudroom type. So really, it was just a door going into another door, just a pass through. So we stole a little bit of space from the laundry room on the other side. So you can see in the lower picture, we just did a little butt out, just a little jut out there. And so the laundry room, just as we were discussing earlier, went upstairs.
Got it.
And then that smaller spaced laundry room became a powder room. But the room that they really wanted to make larger was the this side entrance, this mudroom. So now there's shelves, there's a shoe rack, and it's got almost a very industrial kind of look to it.
Yeah.
But that's what the homeowners wanted.
There it is right there. So you can see the shoes,
very
everything's
utilitarian.
But yeah, but it gets the job done and it's neat and tidy. I like that.
And then behind that, there's a master bedroom that you can open from the closet. And
then underneath the master bedroom, there's a powder room. Then there's a garage hiding in the corner. It's amazing.
Goes on and on.
Thanks, guys. Really good ideas. Break time. More coming up on Home Day. Stay with us.
Coming up, a cookies and cream inspired bedroom.
And tomorrow on an all-new City Line, top swimsuit trends for 2016.
Every shape, every size.
How to get perfectly distressed denim.
Doing it yourself is fantastic.
Plus, Mascara 101.
It's called cocktailing. Oh, tell me more.
Don't miss tomorrow's City Line. City Line's Weight Loss Challenge is back, and we want you to get healthy with us.
And still enjoy life and enjoy food.
Just head to cityline.ca for everything you need to lose weight and feel great.
You're down 11 pounds.
Be sure to watch City Line February 3rd
I don't even know what it's going to feel like.
for the latest on these life-changing transformations.
In the bedroom, and now it's Karen Seeley's turn, okay, to absolutely dazzle me. You've both done an amazing job.
Thank you.
Walk me through my new bedroom.
Well, this bedroom is inspired by cookies and cream. So who doesn't love some cookies and cream?
You picked food because you knew that was what I'm all about.
Yes.
Cookies and cream.
Yes, and little hints of wine.
Oh, you know me well.
Yes.
No, I love the color palette. I love the color palette on both, actually.
Well, and you know what? Both are very similar.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, both work for a couple because there's some masculine and some feminine. This one's a little bit more punchy.
Right.
Which some people might want that, you know, softer feeling in their bedroom, and some people might want a little drama.
Right.
So both are fantastic. It's kind of up to everybody to decide what suits them. The good news is wallpaper is still in style in 2016. So if you're looking at wallpaper, you're thinking about wallpaper, doing one feature wall is a great way to go. And this one's from Crown. And what I love about it is that it's got this great geometric. It's not too bold, so you can still hang art on it without it competing with the art. And we went with a very simple art. And there's a little bit of kind of that champagne-y color in there. And if you notice, the champagne glistens. And we've got some other elements of kind of that very soft kind of burnished gold color.
There's a bit of glam action
there
going
is.
on, right? You can see it in the wallpaper as well. It's got that glitter sort of element to it, but it's not too much.
And
it's
I
lovely.
think that's nice because then you can pair it with things that are like more, you know, textures, a little bit more rough, and then with the polish, it's a great juxtaposition of kind of masculine and feminine and soft and hard, and even pulling up like the golder tone. So don't be afraid to, you know, kind of play with your metals. They don't have to be matchy-matchy, but repetition is also good. So I don't know if you can see inside our lamps, we have this beautiful golden liner.
You can actually just tip it over a little bit and we can get a shot of that.
You can see
those little details, though, that make an area feel very luxe.
Well, and when you turn the light on, you actually get a beautiful golden hue in the room too. You get this softer light. And with a lot of us moving to LED lights and, you know, fluorescent fixtures, sometimes we need a little bit of that warm glow. So this really helps.
Nice.
And then accents of gold in the tables too, which is really fun. But then we wanted to also make sure we added some of that masculine influence. So we went with the tartan and the darker gray headboard. And one thing I still love about a padded headboard, and we've been seeing them for years, is they're so comfortable. So if you are somebody who reads in bed, this is a really nice way to go.
Absolutely. No, there is something about them that just screams soft, comfy, cozy. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm thinking, is that Leo and is that me?
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. I love it because this is my side of the bed. It's just perfect. Yes.
It's like I knew.
That's how I sleep, just like that.
She's always glam. And And one of the things to consider, particularly if you're petite, is the thickness of your mattress. So Jackie was talking a lot about how important mattresses are. They definitely are. But if you're not a very tall person, sometimes a lower mattress is a good idea.
Right.
And if you have a footboard on your bed, then definitely a bench is the way to go. Because it's nice to be able to sit down, put your socks on, that kind of thing. So it's important. And then a rug really warms up the space. So this one's from Korhani Home, available at Lowe's.
Nice.
And our whole bedroom set is from Cocoon. So
lovely.
yeah, lots of great options. And warming up with lots of textures. If you can see, we got all sorts of lovely textures. So it makes it feel that much more cozy, even when you have a high contrast bedroom like this one.
Now, you mentioned cookies and cream, and you have two examples of sort of a darker room and a lighter room, but they both do that juxtaposition of the masculine and feminine well. This is more of a brown room.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is really warm. I mean, the vanity area and the dressing room area is really dark with a mirror in there.
I love it.
So again, it's a little bit moodier, but still works well for a couple.
Yes.
And then we've also got another room where it's a little bit brighter and lighter.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous because it's, you know, it's vaulted ceilings and beautiful light and creamy, but still you can have those hits of the dark. Because we want, obviously, to feel comfortable for both the husband and wife in the family, so that everybody feels comfortable in the bedroom.
I don't know, they're both just so good. I mean, this is a great bedroom. Take a look at Jackie's again, her idea for what I should have in my master bedroom. And I'm a little bit torn. I thought I was going to come in here and just say, oh, that's not me, that's totally me. But no, I can't do it. I'm throwing it out there to the viewers. Which bedroom should I be in, posed like this, like in the picture? Which bedroom should I be in? Let us know if it's Karen's or if it's Jackie's. You can hit us up on Twitter at CityLineCA, and me as well. Loop me in as well. I'm at Tracy CityLine. Really good jobs by both of you. They're both amazing. Break time. More coming up. Stay with us.
Coming up, a stylish and sophisticated bathroom. The nice challenge about this bathroom redesign is it had to be a mix of a guest bathroom and a powder room, because that's the first thing you see when you walk in the condo. So I had a lot of fun. I decided to build out this wall by about 4 inches, which allowed me to offset the mirror to the left here, which is a little unconventional, but remember, it is a powder room, so you gotta have a little bit of fun. Then a wall-mounted faucet and a hammered metal sink, which sits on top of a custom zebra wood vanity. It is a small space. You want it to be functional, not only beautiful. That's why we've created lots of storage here underneath, which is perfect for the guests to store their little travel kits and their products. And then to create some nice visual interest, we recalled the exotic wood that we use for the custom vanity. And we've installed wallpaper, but it is suitable for wet areas. So yes, you can use wallpaper in bathrooms. Now look at this beautiful texturized glass for the shower here. No door. Now I know we all love our shower niches, but in this renovation, we were not able to put one in this shower because of mechanical constraint. So instead, we sourced this very sleek stainless steel shelf, and it's perfect for this area.
Gorgeous space, but not just gorgeous, very low maintenance.
Yes.
You're telling us this space is actually very easy to clean. We've got a shot of it now taken from the tape, and you can see, like, even though the parts are everything looks very contemporary and
pretty,
and it's also easy to clean for a few different reasons.
I think it's very important, especially when it comes to your bathroom. After all, it is called like a retreat or a spa. That's how we have to call it. But really, when you think about it, is it really a spa or a retreat when you think about all the gunk and the germs and the, you know? So our clients lately, for some reason, they love the maintenance-free. They love, you know, they're clean freaks.
Totally.
So, and
I'm waiting for the washroom that'll just clean itself.
Oh, that wouldn't be
I will get that washroom.
They have that in Europe.
Do they?
You go in the public washroom, you go in, the door closes, and when you're done, you're out. It cleans it all out.
Oh my God, that's
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes.
I know. But for now, we're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
So let's begin with the toilet.
Okay.
The piece of resistance.
That's right.
Very important piece in your home. But there's a way that the way you're going to pick the toilet, you want to be smart and pick something like skirted. So we see here all around it's flat. So we don't see that drain and that trap behind, you know, like all these like molded parts.
Yeah.
So it's clean. so it doesn't accumulate all the germs and all the dust.
And
it's
all the
always
dust,
dirty
those
there.
two little knobs at the bottom that drive everybody nuts to get
you
around.
kick them when you clean it, and they. I know. So that one is really good. This is from Roman Bat, but something even better. Okay, this is amazing. I was dreaming about that because I'm like a clean freak, and sure enough. Last week when we did the research, it is a Kohler touchless system. Okay. And you can retrofit it to your actual toilet. So what you have to do is you take this out. It's got a little cap that you put here. And there's a system that you put inside your cistern here. Yeah. And all you have to do is put your hand, like wave your hand on top of it, and it flushes itself.
That's so cool.
Isn't it amazing? Because that's the most, this little thing here, to me, I think is the most disgusting thing in your entire house.
Well, if you think about it.
If you think about it, you know, everybody touches that,
that's
and you're like, you feel it crawling up your, anyway, that's,
well,
I'm crazy, I know, but this is great.
It's one thing in your house, because you actually know everyone who's been in your house. It's when you're in a public restroom that you, well, I hope so. But when you're in a public restroom, that's when things get crazy.
I know, but this is great, and it's affordable.
Very nice.
Anyway,
I love it.
Yes.
After the show, someone in our audience is actually going to win this toilet. It's valued at $800. Yes, we'll draw for it. You don't actually have to take it home on the TTC today. We'll get it to you. But also like us on Facebook for your chance to win a $250 gift certificate to spend at Roman Bath.
This one is a tornado toilet too.
It's a tornado.
It gets better and better. The way, like, you know, when you flush your toilet, usually like the jet goes down like this. This one goes everywhere.
Oh wow!
So it cleans it.
So
Germs
get off of that seat before you flush. Stuff's flying everywhere. Just get out of there.
Okay. The way you pick, what you pick with your vanity is very important too. Yeah. So white is always a good color to go with.
Classic.
Flat slabs, integrated sink, so there's no like layers and crevices and, you know, undermount sink. And then yes, chrome is beautiful, but you got to polish it all the time. So I have a faucet here that is brush nickel.
Is this a little bit easier to clean?
It is easier, and it doesn't spot with the water as much. Yeah. So it's a little bit more forgiving than this beautiful shiny chrome. Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And if it's on the wall too, it's even better because then you keep all the top of your vanity free of, you know.
That's right.
Everything that can get in between.
We all know you don't like that stuff.
I don't.
No, you're not
Storage
into it.
is a really big thing too. When you get organized well in your bathroom, it keeps, you know, things in its proper place. So this is from Roman Bath too.
And you always have to have backup. That's very important. Yeah. You don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're like,
very good point, Tracy.
Can someone help me out? Okay, what else have you got here that's easy to clean?
Bathroom. Wouldn't that be amazing to have a bathroom with no grout?
That would be amazing.
Amazing. So from Marble Trend, we have this Neolit technology tile now. Yeah. It's like can go up to 11-foot slab. That's awesome. And we have a picture of it. It's right behind me here. It looks like Calcutta, but that's not real marble.
So way less expensive.
It's 6 millimeter thick, and you can put it on top of your existing tile.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
That way you're getting rid of all the little teeny tiny grout. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having this.
It's beautiful, but...
However, think about the cleaning. If you need to get in between there, I mean, there goes Saturday.
You're going to be very busy.
It's over.
Weekend.
It's done.
I know.
That's
so then maybe you still like tile for the floor, but go with bigger tiles.
Right.
Okay.
The bigger slabs you have, the less grout you have. Oh, I don't even know if I can pick
and
this
install
up.
your tile very closely.
So very
Use
big
an
slabs.
infinity drain because you still need to slope for the shower.
Right.
And we just saw a beautiful picture of a project that we've done.
Yes.
And it's got the beautiful like glass, you know, it's got no like anchors. Yeah. So it's kind of a freestanding glass, and it's very easy to clean.
It does. I mean, there's something very contemporary about it, but I love the fact that when it comes down to cleaning it, you're way ahead of the game. You know, there aren't a lot of little things. You want to show us this as well?
Yeah, the wallpaper. You can do wallpaper in bathroom. It's very easy to clean. Again, no grout. Then the most important thing, quickly, it's the fan. The CF fan, no, like the fan, the bathroom fan, it's even more important than the toilet. Yeah. So especially when it's on a humidity sensor. Right. It goes off and on automatically. You don't have to think about it, and you don't get that feeling of like humidity. That's very important. It will preserve your bathroom and make it last longer.
In a lot of ways. Okay,
yes,
really
very
good,
important,
really good tips. Let's go to break. More coming up. It's awesome.
Coming up next, we want to show you a beautiful family room renovation.
And you'd never believe it's a basement.
Airy basement renovation to show you now by Diane and Rachel from 1-3 Design.
This is a great basement space that features a lot of things that make it feel bright and airy and very cozy.
One thing we did for this basement to get rid of the unsightly bulkheads that everybody has is we painted it all out the same color, and they just seem to disappear. Another thing we added was the tongue and groove wall paneling, which creates that extra texture and coziness that you want from your basement space. But the best feature, I think, is at the back, where we've anchored it with this beautiful millwork and a backlit mirror.
Imagine this is on its own switch. So think of a movie night at home, all the lights are off except this one light on it. It's really simple to do, just an LED light wrapped around behind this mirror.
And little touches like twinkle lights in your hurricane lantern is that extra layering of lighting that creates that coziness. Coming over here, we did the large furnishings in neutral colors, and then we've added pops of color with the pillows and throw blankets, as well as the art.
Now, if you look at the lighting and the tables, you'll notice that they don't match, and that's okay. We've got glass on both of them. We're repeating elements of glass and the black and the wood, so that's really matching, but everything else can just be a little bit different and unique.
I think our favorite piece in this space would be these custom oak coffee tables. They are so versatile and allow so much circulation space around the seating area. We really love the unique shape of them as well.
Finally, we have on the floor a real nice, rich hardwood flooring, and then below this area we've grounded it with a great textured rug, which brings in the creams and the grays and ties everything together.
Thanks to Staples, we'll be drawing for this $1,600 technology prize pack. It includes a lot of things: an Eco-Tank printer, a Western digital hard drive, and a Samsung Galaxy Tab S2. Staples and Earth Day Canada have teamed up to give away $25,000 worth of new technology to schools. That's through their annual Super Power Your School contest. The deadline for that is January 29th, and you can get more information for that on our website, cityline.ca. Out to our audience now. Alex, it's been a good day for you. You won the draw off the top of the show. Now you get your question in there for Karen Seeley. What would you like to ask her?
Hi, Karen. Thanks for taking my question. I have an old 1900s bungalow, and it came with a brick front porch that I don't like, and I'd like to update it and make it look a little more current. What can I do?
You know what, bungalows are adorable, and there's so many of them in the city, and there's a couple different ways we can treat them. So we can actually play up the cute factor and play up kind of the cottagey factor. Yeah. And so you can see here's Alex's bungalow here. Very nice.
That is nice.
And then you can see she has this lovely gray palette. So I was asking Alex, I'm like, well, if you were going to do this, would you want it to be modern, contemporary, cottage? Like, what are you thinking? And she said she probably leans more towards a little more contemporary. So I'm going to show you a couple options. So this one is if we played up kind of the cutesy, kind of cottagey feel. So we can actually rip off that front porch. And what I would do is hauling away all that concrete can be very expensive. So instead what I would do is get rid of the brick. We're going to haul that away. And then I'm going to get rid of that overhang because it's just a very flat overhang. We're going to do a beautiful peaked overhang here, and so that'll cover up the porch really nicely. We could do a nice cedar shake on the front, but for the stoop itself, I would actually do a material over top of it. So depending on the look she wants to go for example, if it's a cottagey look she wants to go for, she might decide to go with a brick and do it in a herringbone pattern, and you can lay that right on top of the stoop and cover it right up. Right. Or you could do some sort of composite material right over top, which again is kind of cottagey, and it comes in a zillion colors, and it doesn't need to be refinished. That's amazing. So you have no maintenance at the front of the house. And then she could do a cute little pickets. And what I would do at the end of the driveway, did you notice all of those? And it's a bane of our existence, isn't it, in the city here?
The recycling
The
bins.
recycling. I love that we recycle and that we compost, but where are we going to put all of those? You know? So what
They need to make them more stylish.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we can design some. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, contest.
Absolutely.
I like this.
Let me think on that one.
I like this. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they should be a lot more stylish. So what I would do, though, is we could just dig out a portion of the end of the driveway, so like 6 inches, 12 inches, and I would actually put shrubs all the way across. Right. So that way, at least, it's a very inexpensive way for us to hide those, so we don't have to see them. So in my little drawing here, you can see I've taken the shrubs right all the way over, and I would probably do something in an evergreen so that, or something at least holds its leaves, so that it's hiding it all year long.
Yeah.
I think that would look great. So if Alex decided to go more contemporary, then what she could do is something quite similar, but all you really have to do is change up the materials. So for example, maybe we don't do this kind of pretty little scallop detail here, and maybe we don't do this kind of little picket style fence here. Maybe we do glass, and instead of doing it, you know, for example, if we're doing cottagey, I might go with this Brewster gray, which is kind of a beautiful blue gray, kind of seaside, very lovely. If she was going maybe a little more transitional, she might want to do this warm gray, so right in the middle. But if she wanted to go more modern, she could go with this really dark gray and do a pop of something like orange on the front door, do glass railings, and then pops of color in the garden, and she could really play up kind of that more modern aesthetic. So I think any of those would really work. I think the idea is let's not try to make a little bungalow something it's not. So, you know, kind of use the existing footprint and play with the existing footprint. And the other thing I would suggest, and if we look at this close-up picture, you can see that right now we have a white trim around the door and white trim around the windows, and the windows are really low compared to the door. And by having such a dark siding and then the white trim, we're really emphasizing the fact that the windows are slightly low. And so I don't think you want to go to the expense of raising those windows and making them bigger. So instead, I would paint out that trim to have less contrast.
Got it.
And just hide that.
Really good tips.
Thank
Love
you.
those. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Coming up next, a bright and airy home gym.
Yeah, and this one they actually use.
CityLine audience members have come to expect the unexpected.
What do you think of our new home?
See the show you love come to life.
I love this audience.
It's time to join the party. Just head to cityline.ca and click on Be in the Audience. It's time to see the rest of that basement renovation by Diane and Rachel from 1-3 Design.
The basement continues into the back of the house where we've planned a small office and a home gym.
Let's have a look at this teeny office space. Now this room is small, but that's okay because we've given them everything that they need. They didn't want to have a big clunky desk and all the busy look of the legs in the small space. So we did just a wood surface here mounted on the walls and some storage below in a filing cabinet. Now in a small space you want to build up. So we've continued the look of those cubbies from the other room, done them in white with a great back painted color in the gray, and we've got everything that they need with the books and the storage right at their fingertips.
In the home gym, we've continued our blue color palette, but we've really amped it up in here to motivate and energize you to come and work out. We have our basic gym equipment, and in the background we've done this really awesome wall graphic. We've pulled out that turquoise color and accented it throughout the space. We have this beautiful barn door here that can close the space off from the rest of the basement, or it can slide back and be totally tucked out of the way. Everybody has these unsightly poles in their basement, but instead of hiding it, we accented it, and our client actually uses it to stretch. We've anchored the back of the house with this beautiful blue painting that you can see from the living room. This gym has everything you need. We have a full-length mirror, a floating shelf to hold your towels, water, and of course, everybody needs their television.
Awesome. Back out to our audience now. Let's get a question from Shamala. I know you want to ask Jackie something. What would you like to ask her?
Jackie, I need to replace my wood floors, but we have a railing that reaches down to the floors. It's ugly, it's old. I want to know what you would do to update it, make it more urban.
Okay, well, I have had a chance to look at it, and the one thing that I did notice was that you have you're kind of more on a budget, so you're kind of concerned about that. So I was thinking, what are the options? What would I do on a budget firstly? Well, the easiest thing is to paint. So you could paint your pickets and your railing, and I even do the railing, and I'll use a varathane type paint, and they do have, I'm going to give you a color that you could possibly get stained, or rather mixed up rather, that's a little bit different to the set colors you can get in a varathane type. But again, you want to make sure as you're running up and down the stairs that you're not going to be wearing it off. So durability is really important on the rail, so you don't have to stain it per se. So I've noticed that you've also got wood baseboard. So my suggestion is we pick a trim color. And I'm thinking that you want to use something with a little bit of a cool factor because you've already started doing some painting. So I'm suggesting that one of my favorite whites is Chantilly lace. It's an OC65, and it's got a little bit of coolness. It's just a really great trim color, door color. It's crisp, it's fresh, but it still has a warmth to it. Now for the railing, you would want to add a little bit of contrast. So I wanted something that had a little bit of blue in it and a favorite blacky blue dark color. So this is the one that's off the grid. It's not something you're going to get ready-made. You get this mixed. Would be Iron Mountain, and it's 2134-30. So then that adds a lot of drama to the space, and it's going to complement those blue tones that you've been painting. Now, another question you asked was about the carpeting. Now, you can replace the carpeting, of course, or you could just leave it. But if you're going to replace it, you're getting into higher cost. You're going to be changing up the risers and the treads, and that can run into money. And I will give you a little bit of caution. Sometimes the floor color, stain, and the risers and treads, the veneer they use, don't always match. So it can be a real source of discontent when you're looking at it, when they're a little bit off. So you can still do the treads, but the risers, you could also just paint them out and then do them the Chantilly lace as well. But just be really diligent in making sure that your flooring and that veneer that they're going to put on the tread is going to be consistent. So I think the other question was, you have some beadboard that's running around the room. Yes, you can drywall it, that was the question, but you can also easily paint it, and that blue color that you have, and I didn't have the number, but regardless, I would consider that beadboard look as wall, paint it out, and I really think because of where it's positioned, you don't have to worry about it. I think you'll be able to just paint it out, no one will see it, and that's a really fast, effective fix-up. Fix-up.
Love it. All right, we'll be right back. Going to break.
Tomorrow on an all-new City Line. Top swimsuit trends for 2016.
Every shape, every size.
How to get perfectly distressed denim.
Doing it yourself is fantastic.
Plus, Mascara 101.
It's called cocktailing. Oh, tell me more.
Don't miss tomorrow's City Line.
Of table setting inspiration at the Monogram Dinner by Design event. That's happening January 19th to 24th here in Toronto. It's in conjunction with the Interior Design Show, which is an awesome show. We're going to bring you the highlights in a couple of weeks, and we have tickets to IDS for everyone in our audience. So go, and we'll see you there. We all go to IDS, do we not?
Oh, definitely.
Tell me what you love about it. I mean, I love the opening night party. We went together last night. We all went. We were all there together, all three of us, and had a really great time. But a lot of people go there because you're getting sort of the cutting edge design. You're seeing what's coming up, right?
Yes.
Jackie, what do you love about it?
That's exactly. First of all, I do love the gala because it gives me an opportunity to go there and just kind of peruse and snoop, because it's sort of the before it really opens.
Hasn't been opened yet.
And I just love seeing the new stuff. And even my staff go usually on the trade day, and I always say you've got to come back with some business cards or visuals of something that's new and that's going to happen that we're going to start seeing.
I love that. Yeah, I'm
I
looking
love all
forward
the
to
new
it.
prototypes that the student come up with. They always have like a section or like this innovation section where like the emerging artists and designers are like creating amazing stuff that you don't see and you don't come across every day. This is very exciting.
IKEA always has a really amazing installation there as well,
and
right?
that's it. It's more about installation than it is what we do. So like if we design a booth at IDS, it's not what we would do in somebody's home. It's over the top.
Right.
And so the great thing for people like us is that if we're designing a booth there, first of all, we can go crazy. And secondly, when we go and we walk around, you're so inspired. It's not like you're going to take every single idea from somebody's booth, but it might be the way they did the lighting or the color palette they used.
Right.
So you really have to go through the fine-tooth comb and, yes, look at the, the macro, but then focus in on the details that you love. And that's a great takeaway from anybody.
It's like being in a magazine. It's really what you see in like magazine, what's coming up, and now you're in it and you can touch it and feel it. It's pretty cool.
Talk to the designers that are there, because we don't always see each other on a daily basis. So it's so nice to connect with a glass of champagne in hand and find out what's going on.
That's always a better way to connect.
Sometimes we talk a little too much with the champagne, though, but that's okay.
So you talk about it's like being in the pages of a magazine, but what's never in the pages of a magazine is a dirty bathroom. As you saw, Yanic had a really hard time with. If we had to pick probably the #1 thing that you don't like clutter, you don't like germs, you just want it to be very clean.
I don't like anything.
You don't like anything. So when it comes to cleanliness, Jackie, what's the thing that it drives you nuts?
Spotted mirrors.
So stuff on the mirrors.
Oh, gotta get that chamois and clean it. Like,
get it out.
Drives me crazy.
How about you,
my
Karen?
goodness. I was away in Miami for a few weeks. I lended my house to a friend. I came back. You know that toothbrush, like when they brush their teeth
the
and
electric
it's
toothbrush.
spotted everywhere? You would have gone crazy.
Yes, I would have.
I was like, it was horrific.
And you went crazy.
I went ballistic.
That's why I'm not borrowing your space yet. Thanks for watching City Line.